The CEO's wife hides her identity and comes to work at her own company. As a result, she secures a $70 million deal on her very first try. She instantly becomes the company's top sales performer. The extremely jealous supervisor, Daisy, sends her on a business trip to the countryside and deliberately books a shabby room for Evelyn. Evelyn cannot accept the dirty and messy environment, so she upgrades to a presidential suite at her own expense. However, when Evelyn returns, what awaits her is Daisy's raging fury. When Daisy hears that Evelyn stayed in a presidential suite, she assumes Evelyn violated company rules. So she launches into a furious verbal attack on Evelyn. However, Evelyn calmly tells Daisy that she did not spend the company's money but paid for the stay herself. Hearing this only makes Daisy even angrier. She is jealous of how wealthy Evelyn is, so she accuses her of being extravagant and wasteful. Evelyn grows very impatient with Daisy's behavior. She warns Daisy not to feel such a strong sense of entitlement toward other people's money. In front of everyone, Daisy has no choice but to leave. But she grows even more resentful toward Evelyn, vowing to find a chance to teach her a lesson. The opportunity soon arrives. When payday comes, Daisy discovers that Evelyn, who just joined the company, is paid more than she is as a supervisor. So she immediately slanders Evelyn, claiming her salary has a shady origin. She insists that Evelyn's performance must have been achieved through improper means. However, in the face of Daisy's malicious mockery, Evelyn doesn't care at all. She originally only wanted to stay at the company to be with her husband, Louis. She never expected Daisy to relentlessly target her. So Evelyn decides to resign, but Daisy has no idea about Evelyn's intention. She's deeply worried that Evelyn might one day replace her position, so she continues to insult Evelyn and even tries to physically attack her. At this critical moment, the CEO's assistant rushes over. The assistant respectfully invites Evelyn to the CEO's office. Daisy thinks her complaint letter has worked. She believes Evelyn is about to be fired by the CEO. She arrogantly warns the employees that anyone who offends her will be fired. Meanwhile, elsewhere, the assistant simply hands Evelyn the keys to a luxury car. This globally limited edition sports car is a gift from CEO Louis to Evelyn. Evelyn happily accepts it and submits her resignation, planning to go home. However, when Evelyn returns to the office to pack her belongings, she discovers that her designer bag and laptop are gone. It turns out that while Evelyn was away, Daisy sold all her belongings and intended to keep the money for herself. Evelyn finally loses her temper. She immediately decides to call the police. But at that moment, a security guard runs over shouting that Evelyn's luxury car has been vandalized. Everyone rushes downstairs to watch. They see insulting words written all over the luxury car. Clearly, this is Daisy's doing again. Evelyn can no longer hold back. She slaps Daisy across the face. Yet Daisy continues to accuse Evelyn of having an illegitimate luxury car. Evelyn finally reveals her identity, announcing that the car was a gift from her husband, Louis. However, Daisy refuses to believe she is the CEO's wife. But the co-workers have already begun to doubt Evelyn's identity. After all, Evelyn is both beautiful and wealthy, and very likely to be the CEO's wife. Daisy notices everyone's reaction, so she starts accusing Evelyn of being Louis's mistress. Furious, Evelyn calls Louis, but Daisy snatches the phone and stomps it to pieces. She even has people restrain Evelyn, planning to severely punish this so-called homewrecker pretending to be the CEO's wife. At that very moment, Louis finally arrives. Daisy becomes extremely excited when she sees Louis. She hurriedly steps forward to slander Evelyn and urges Louis to dock Evelyn's pay. However, Louis remains expressionless the entire time. The next second, he viciously slaps Daisy across the face.